Newcastle versus Liverpool. 55, 60 minutes in. I was going to be talking about how great Newcastle were. How Newcastle are the slightly greater spend in Brighton. Brighton bring a lot of players in that I've never heard of before, who end up being world beaters. Or definitely a lot better than we'd expect them to be. Newcastle are doing the same, but with a bit more money. Most of the players they sign in I've never heard of before, but they're doing really, really well. Playing some great football today. They look really good. They look a real classy team. We were going to be talking about those. We're also going to be talking about the sending off. And we were going to talk about Darwin Núñez. And 65 minutes in, we were going to talk a bit more about Darwin Núñez. We are now, but for all the wrong reasons. I feel like I've been sandbagged. It's as though he's gone and stole me thunder. Firstly, I never expected Newcastle to get beat. After the sending off especially. Thought they might have been unlucky to get a draw, but I thought it was more likely they would win the game. As I say, never for a moment thought they'd get beat, although it can happen in football. Liverpool, their second half, was it 2 shots on target, both goals. The sending off, I thought it was probably spot on. Very rash from Van Dijk. As I've said in the past, Van Dijk, I don't care what anybody says, he definitely isn't the player he was. Still a good player. Maybe a great player. Definitely a good player. A very good player. Let's go very good. Great, probably not. Not anymore. He's not come back from that injury the same player as went in before the injury. I don't care what anybody says. Trent again at the back looking a little bit shaky. Liverpool at the back looked shaky to me. Great goalkeeper. Alisson had a great game. Great goalkeeper. Without him you'd be in trouble. But at the back they look soft, they've won a great game there today against all the odds. You think it would give them lots of confidence going forward, but I still worry about Liverpool's next 4 or 5 games. I don't know who they're against, I'm not a Liverpool fan, but I would be worried. They're definitely not the Liverpool of 2 years ago. So that's all really it. I never thought Newcastle would get beaten, probably thought they would win. I thought the sending off was probably right, and whether it was right or wrong, they got away with one because Trent should have definitely got sent off. So maybe that even played on the ref's thinking. Maybe he knows he made a mistake there, and Van Dijk's foul was bad enough to send somebody off. Maybe on another day he might have given the benefit of doubt, but I think after missing Trent, I think he sent him off. And what I will say, viewers, is what I don't know if you've seen it. What Van Dijk said in the referee's face after getting sent off as he was walking is really bad. They've not picked up on it yet on the TV. I wouldn't be at all surprised if it doesn't get him another game or two. I'm sure they're allowed to do that. The panel, if the panel have seen that, that will go really bad against him. I'm pretty sure about that. You shouldn't be doing that or saying that he said to the referee. If you've not seen it and you don't know what it is, just watch back just before he starts to walk. Anyway, Núñez, I was thinking on sort of 55, 60 minutes, why have they not brought the boy on? And more than that, to be honest, I was thinking at the start of the game, why is he not starting? I'm not so sure whether he started all year, but I heard something, probably back end of last season, maybe early pre-season this year, of somebody like Merson or something like that. It might not have been Merson, but somebody was saying, look, he's had a poor first year. He's not really hit the ground running, but a lot don't. Very few come from another country and do brilliant in the Premier League. But whoever it was saying it, said, I just feel he's going to have a great year this year. I think he's going to get in, he's going to keep his place, and he's going to turn a corner. And I thought, yeah, that sounds about right. The same person said something similar about Anthony. At United, they said, look, he's not starting right, but he's going to be a bit like Núñez. It does take a good year, sometimes a little more, to bed in. Even the greats like Dennis Bergkamp couldn't cut it over initially, but what a player he ended up being. But I was thinking, why is Núñez not getting a start? I know you've got an embarrassment of riches there, but to me, he's your number 9. I mean, they play him off on the wing, but he's your number 9. He's a proven goal scorer, as from where he came from. He's got a great goal in him. His touch isn't always fantastic. He misses the odd chance. But he doesn't seem to let it worry him. And I think he's a good finisher. And I think given chances, he'll really come on. Anyway, he came on after, 80 minutes, 78 minutes. And I thought, it's not really long enough for him, is it really? Mind you, I thought to myself, in this new day and age, we have 8 and 10 minutes extra time. So that sort of 10 or 12 minutes was getting could well end up being 2022. It wasn't in the end. I think they only played 5 minutes. But he got them 3 chances. 1 that he fluffed, and 2 that he put in the back of the net, and 2 fantastic finishes. And I, for one, if I were a Liverpool fan, would hope no matter who else plays up front, I would hope Klopp would give him the next 10 games playing straight through the middle. Salah on his outside, whoever you want on the opposite side, but I'd have him playing through the middle for 10 games. See can you get his confidence going, see can you get him scoring some goals, and all of a sudden, you might have a player a la Haaland. I'm not saying he's going to be that good, because he isn't going to be that good. But he might sort of get near the feats that Haaland's reaching, but I think he needs some consistent game time. And 10, 15 minutes in there just probably isn't enough for him. But then again, I'm not so sure Klopp wants to work with an out-and-out number 9. I think he's happier playing with players up front that can interchange, they can, change places, they can drop back, they can do all of that, which is all well and good. But if you've got a couple up there willing to do that anyway, or capable of doing that, why have all 3 doing that? Why not play with an out-and-out number 9? You certainly make lots of chances, and he's proved today he can put them in the back of the net. For me, you'd get the next 10 games. I'm not so sure that's the way Klopp will see it. I'm sure he'll start next game, but after that I can see him back warming the bench, which to me sounds a bit crazy, but hey, what do I know? But no, Newcastle fans, you must be well disappointed. You probably never thought he was going to lose that. When they hit the post, with 15, 20 minutes ago, Newcastle, I thought, well, any time is the second goal. I know Liverpool will play pretty well and stringing a few passes together, but it was still 11 against 10. Newcastle was still creating bundles, and I just could see it being 2-0 as opposed to 2-1 the other way. Very, very surprising. Great 3 points for Liverpool. Great 3 points. That's like something like the Liverpool of old. But them defensive frailties, they didn't have them 2-3 years ago. And for me, they look shaky at the back. Anybody could beat them. I wouldn't be at all surprised if in the next sort of 5 games, they don't come away from them 5 with a loss or 2. I wouldn't be at all surprised. But we will see.